Hi everybody, you have done a great job on your tissue lab so far. You've gathered a lot of important data and now it's time to analyze and record it. So you're going to follow some simple steps to continue doing a great job. First, you're going to start out by analyzing your data. You add up each trial run, divide by 3 to find the average, and you're going to use this information to create a bar graph. And the bar graph instructions are on the back of the page. It says to make a bar graph on the paper provided. I'll give you some graph paper, and you're going to use the average number of marbles for each brand. The bar graph has to have labels, titles, and a summary. So here's an example of my bar graph. On the x-axis, you label the type of tissue. The brands were A, B, and C. Make sure that your bars don't touch. If they touch, it's not a bar graph, it's a histogram. So then you label that. On the y-axis, you label the number of marbles, and you count by 5s on the dark line. So each light line represents 1 marble. You can see that for me, brand A held an average of 6 marbles. So you're going to do the same shade in brand B and brand C. Make sure you do a really nice job. Quality matters. You have to have a title. Mine just says Tissue Lab, but I would like it if you included your group members' names in the title. So a better example here might be Miss Tuttle's Tissue Lab. Then you need a summary. This just explains what your graph is about. Mine says Tissue B held the most marbles, Tissue C held the second most, and Tissue A held the fewest. So simple explanation of what your graph is about. When you're finished with this, you move on to the conclusion. Here you tell the results of your experiment, and then you explain whether or not your hypothesis was correct. So for my example, brand B held the most marbles, brand C held the second most, brand A held the least marbles. My hypothesis was correct because brand B was the best. Don't forget to answer the rest of the questions about the variables, and if you have questions, make sure you ask. You guys have been doing a great job, and I'm really proud of all your hard work.